On today's Saturday news, where is Hangman Adam Page?
The WWE TNA Forbidden Door is opened again.
WWE have been discussing the revival of an old pay-per-view for this fall.
And Drew McIntyre goes indie. Are you ready? Are you ready for the news time? My name is Phil Chambers. I'm joined by Gareth Morgan and Salty Sea Dog as well to talk all things wrestling news. But what have we got up first?
First up, where the hell is Hangman Adam Page? He's been missing, hasn't he? He's not been on AEW television, I believe, since Revolution, when he was scrapping with referees and all the rest of it in that three-way match. So he was suspended. He was suspended indefinitely from the Elite, and that was a full part of the storyline. Then Kenny Omega was just fired from it outright, and then we had all the Elite changes. But that was like the Hangman section of that story. It was like, okay, he's been suspended. What's going on with Hangman? Well, we have an update from Fightful Select. They've said that Hangman Page is expected to be back in the company within the next month, so likely by early July. Woo! Love some Hangman. Get some the summer of Page, baby. He's not been out of action due to injury or anything like that, so just ease your mind straight away. He's okay, but he's been out for personal reasons, and he had that time off to tend to them, and that was always meant to happen. That he was always meant to be absent for the current amount of time that he has been absent. This was all planned. He was meant to be out for these amount of weeks and months, whatever it is. Fightful have also been told they have not heard of. Well, they've not heard of any creative plans, but it's been reported that Page is likely to continue as a heel character when he comes back, which is quite interesting. He was a bit more of a greyish heel anyway, but yeah, he'll probably still be in that mould when he does return. It's quite interesting that they're saying early July though, because when it comes to that period in AEW, the Elite obviously announced during this week's Dynamite that we're going to have Blood and Guts, and that's going to be on July 24th. So if Hangman is coming back early July 24th, I've got a feeling they could bring it back, or they might even bring it back into the Elite. Imagine that, that he could be their fifth member, because it is a 5-on-5 usually. You never know, it could happen. But I think the key takeaway right now is that, Hangman Page wasn't injured or anything like that. He was just away for personal reasons. He's going to be back in July. Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer newsletter previously reported that Page would be absent due to a family matter, but noted that the situation wasn't negative and simply something Page needed to take care of. And we should just normalise this, really. People just need to go and take care of stuff in their lives and just need a couple of weeks, couple of months. Go and do it, man. It's more important. Wrestling's wrestling at the end of the day. It's always going to be here. We're always going to love some Hangman Page, so just go off, do what you need to do, hope everything's fine back home, and I can't wait to see the handlebar mustached man return.
Absolutely, yeah. There was a note in the Fightful Select thing saying it was contractually obligated time off. So it's whether I assume he'd already mentioned to Tony that either he needs this block of time off, or they've got it written into his contract, or they just extend his contract a bit and give him the time off. However that works, we're not entirely sure. It makes sense to, more people should do this, take a little bit of time off. I think if more people did this, then more people would be a bit fresher on TV. There'd be more spaces for people, especially in AEW when it's quite a crowded roster. And it's not like Hangman Page is going to lose his spot when he comes back. He's Hangman Page. So it'll be good to have Hangman Page back on TV. He's definitely been missed. And let us know down in the comments below where you think he's going to end up in the storylines when he does come back. But moving over, WWE and TNA and that forbidden door that is blasted wide open over there at the minute. We have WWE guys going the other way to TNA now. Obviously, Jordynne Grace came up to NXT and Battleground and was fighting Roxanne Perez for the NXT Women's Championship. But during all of that, they were kind of teasing that Tatum Paxley wanted the Knockouts belt from Jordynne Grace, and that match has happened at TNA against all odds. Jordynne Grace held an open challenge, and Tatum Paxley came out to answer that challenge, and then lost, obviously. It is happening. The WWE guys are going the other direction. We've kind of been waiting to see who was going to be the first of this kind of new crop of relationship kind of thing, to see who goes the other way, because that's kind of more intriguing as to who comes from TNA. You can kind of guess the stars that WWE want from TNA, but who's going to go the other way is far more intriguing, and it does look like it will be happening, and hopefully happens more often, because you got to have a bit of tit for tat in these relationships.
Yeah, I like to see it. I think AJ Styles was somewhat hinting that he'd be interested in going, wasn't he? I think it was at the press conference. I saw a lot of stuff, a lot of buzz of that on X, Twitter, whatever it is. So Makes a lot of sense. It'd be great for TNA, obviously, to get some of the bigger names from WWE to jump over, and even just the not just the NXT names, but even some of the names from NXT, like this is a cool thing. Gets them a bit more experience as well. These stars that are only cutting their teeth and learning the ropes in the performance center, that kind of environment. It's very different than going inside of like an arena, like wherever it is, like the different locations that TNA go to, and just in front of a different crowd. It's just good. I think you really need to. This needs to happen more often. They need to let people just go and explore, go and do tours, things like that, and just it fleshes out character, and it just adds experience, really, and that, I think that's
absolutely. Yeah. It's like the New Japan Young Lion kind of way of doing things. Like they teach everyone in New Japan, but then they're like, go away, go somewhere else, go to TNA, go to AAA, go like somewhere else to go and kind of learn how to do this in front of different audiences, because you kind of, especially in the performance center, like that's going to be roughly the same order. What? Cliche of a dog. Yeah. Student Postman. What can I say? What was I saying? Something about TNA. Yeah, it's great. They go the other way. Carry on.
Yeah, very good. TNA, yeah, and they should go more, because it'd just be good for a lot of wrestlers to go there, learn a bit more. Like I think it's a great thing for all sides. So more of this, please. And speaking of things that we want more of, we want more old pay-per-views coming back, because nostalgia. Really, I just like seeing old pay-per-views being like reignited, like rejuvenated. And it looks like the next one could be Bad Blood. Yeah, it's been a while since we've had a Bad Blood. I know that.
Been a while.
So, PW Insider have reported this. They said that there have been some creative pitches to bring back the old pay-per-view name, and this isn't just like, oh, that's nostalgia, throw it. Like, there's a little bit of a plan or a quite interesting idea behind all this, because they want to use this for like an October period pay-per-view to celebrate the anniversary of the first ever Hell in a Cell match, because obviously that was at a Bad Blood pay-per-view. That was The Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels. It was October 5th, 1997. So the plan is to try and get a Hell in a Cell match on that card as well, just as a bit of a turn. They like tip the old like big Undertaker hat, whatever it is, and they'll just run loads of like packages. Well, then they'll make it a big song and dance. There'll be a documentary. You can already see it. You can already see what they're probably going to do with everything. Interestingly, though, like, they've not really specified a date where this could potentially happen, but October 5th this year is also a Saturday, so they could actually do the anniversary bang on the day, which would be, it's just a cool little thing, isn't it? Like a cool little way of doing stuff. So yeah, not much more to add to this. It just seems like they want to do a nice, cool, nostalgic thing, and it's very much in the vein of what Triple H has done so far, isn't it? We've had like a King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring pay-per-view thing, and he's brushed off a few things from the past because he just knows that fans like nostalgia. So I like it. I dig it. I'm into it.
Yeah, me too. Why the hell not? And if you can tie it in the exact date, makes sense. Just go ahead and do it. Bigger question is who's going to be in the Hell in a Cell match, and let us know down in the comments who you would want to see in
The Undertaker come out of retirement and wrestle bald Shawn Michaels. Yeah.
Anything but that. But finally, on the news today, Drew McIntyre is opening his own Forbidden Door and heading off to the Indies, at least for one night, because he went to ICW. They had a show after SmackDown, ICW After Hours, and he appeared by surprise in the ICW show. Obviously, he has a long and storied history with ICW. He was their first champion, and then when he kind of left WWE, ICW was one of the big places he went to on the Indies to kind of reinvent himself. But he appeared at ICW. He came out, he teased having a fight with Jack Jester, who is their current champion, but then they just kind of embraced and had a big hug, and then he cut a promo about sort of what ICW meant to him and sort of thanking the fans for support and things like that. It was just a nice little moment. And sort of more of this as well. When we're talking about more things happening in wrestling, more of this sort of thing, because it's just lovely.
Yeah, just nice stuff. You love to see it. Drew seems to be having a time of his life right now with everything that's going on. I think he has got the biggest night of his life tonight. It's an incredible night for him. So it's just nice seeing him do this kind of stuff. I really hope a certain punker doesn't come along and ruin everything. I know has there been like rumblings that Punk's ended up in Scotland? Is he there? I think I've heard some stuff, maybe. I don't know if I'm just fabricating that myself. But I'm excited to see what's going to go down this weekend for Drew. I think it's a cool way just to drum up a bit of excitement as well. And SmackDown last night was also pretty cool. That arena looks awesome. Like I'm hyped up. I'm ready for more wrestling. It's like we literally go like a week without a big pay-per-view, and there's another one. It's madness right now.
Absolutely. But Ups and Downs for that SmackDown that you were talking about is coming up soon on the channel, so look out for that. And Ups and Downs for Clash at the Castle will be up tomorrow, so look out for that as well. But in the meantime, click this video. That's what you do to continue on your YouTube journey, wherever it is on the screen. And follow us over on Twitter. You can follow me at Phil My Chambers, and you can follow Gareth
at JimMorgan04.
And most importantly, have yourselves a bloody good day.
Bye.